Muy buenas noches a todos, gente. Muy buenas noches. ¿Cómo se encuentran el día de hoy? Nos encontramos aquí en la SMR, una nueva liguita que vamos a estar casteando por acá. Si pues nos lo permiten los queridísimos administradores, con ayuda de Diosito y con ayuda de todo. Y pues nada, vamos a andar por acá. Sí, todo está perfecto. Estamos aquí en la ronda número uno en Austria, un circuito.
Alright, so we are back into our POV, and like the caster said, we are now on Speed Mex Racing, and we are about to begin the very inaugural race of this league. And yeah, you might be wondering what happened to the Elite Racing League races. I have been uploading these episodes, but unfortunately, after Baku, the next race was going to be Austria, but unfortunately, there weren't a lot of participants and it got cancelled. And I thought that it was going to move into a week later. A week has passed and well, he didn't say anything, and so there wasn't a race, and unfortunately, Elite Racing League has fallen, but Speed Mex Racing the is the combination of the fallen Elite Racing League and SLS. So yeah, technically, Speed Mex Racing is Elite Racing League, but kinda. And we are about to leave the garage. And as you can see, we are on a different team. We're not staying on Alpine, and instead, we are moving to Mercedes. So, I remember a year ago when Season 5 of Elite Racing League ended, I wanted to be on Mercedes, but instead I ended up in Alpine. Well, I got that wish, but a year later. But still, I got it, and we're now Mercedes. So, yeah, I hope I can get a good lap time here in this first flying lap that I'm about to do, just after I do this out lap. But hope it is going to be decent, and yeah, hope I perform well in the race. And we are about to finish the first flying lap, and we're doing decently, but unfortunately I just exceeded the track limits, and yeah, that meant that I invalidated the lap time at the very last corner, exiting that corner, and that is just a terrible thing, because I did a 104.532, I think so, and yeah, I'll check the race director, and let's see. Yeah, someone has made a faster lap time, and it is Rodriguez who set a lap time which is like hundreds of a second faster than my invalidated lap time, but because it was an invalidated lap time, well, it didn't put me into second place. So yeah, we chose the balanced set of tire location as we do usually, and so that means that I only have 3 sets of soft tires, and I'm just going to use 2 of them in qualifying, which means that the next flying lap that I'll do 3. I have done the first one, I'll do the second, will be on the used sets of soft tires. So yeah, it's going to be a worst one, but hope I don't invalidate it once again. So on my second flying lap, I'm now heading into turns 9 and 10, and we're seeing that we're losing 7/10 of a second, and yeah, I think I did a terrible lap time. One, because I have been using the scrapped sets of soft tires. Good thing is that I didn't invalidate the lap time, but still, we are into P13 with that lap time, not very good, a 105.246. And number 2, I have set the force feedback differently. Before that thing, I was set to 70% of the force feedback. I thought I was putting at like 40, but no, it was at like 70 because it didn't feel that much. I decided to put all the way up into 85, and it wasn't much of a difference. So yeah, I don't think that was one of the reasons why I was very slow. I think I overrode, or maybe I just took the corners badly, and also obviously tire wear. I'm using the scrapped set of soft tires, but the good thing is that I have another flying lap to do, and so that means that I have a chance to get up a few places. And we're seeing that we're taking a little bit longer than I was expecting to enter the garage, because they were just putting my teammate into the garage, and yeah, they were taking their time. There isn't need to rush because there's still a lot of time, and yeah, on my third flying lap it will be on the new sets of soft tires. So yeah, I think I'll automatically be better than these two flying laps, and hope I can do this thing without having to invalidate the lap time. And now we are about to begin the final flying lap of the qualifying session for the inaugural race of Speed Mex Racing, and we are heading into turn 1, heading down to 4th gear, and we are improving by almost 2/10 of a second, because on the second flying lap with used soft tires I did terribly onto turn 1, and now exiting turn 3. Unfortunately, I got a bit of wheel spin because I put the differential into 50% and forgot to put it into 55. But into turn 4, I don't have to deal with the differential being at 50% anymore. I was just being worried about turn 3 and putting up to 55% the differential and then putting back to 50, but I forgot to do that thing. Sector 2 was a bit decent, and now we're heading into the final 2 corners, and we're seeing that overall we're gaining 7/10, now 8/10, and we're crossing the line with a lap time of 104.354. Fortunately, it is a validated lap time, and with that, it puts us into 6th position. And yeah, we are seeing that my teammate, which is new for me, I haven't seen that player before, Marco de la Paz, qualified 8th position. I underestimated him. I thought that it was going to be a way slower teammate than me, but I was quite right, at least here in qualifying, but he was just slightly slower, around the same pace as me, and we're seeing that Fred Tapia, the Red Bull driver, is on pole position with a 103.829. So yeah, he dominated. No, he didn't dominate that much qualifying, because second place, which is Angel Ruperto, was just 2/10 slower. Unfortunately, he got nerfed when we moved to F123. Back in F122, he was really fast. Then into third place is Jolton, then Rodriguez Bala, then Topitu, then myself, then Adilfo, which separates from my teammate. In other words, he's being sandwiched by ourselves, the Mercedes drivers. Then it's followed by Crico, which is in 9th. Then first killer in the Alpine. Then Pedix 7 in Haas, which is being sandwiched by the 2 Alpines. Then Kludek in 13th and Alan X in the AlphaTauri in 14th. Yeah, the last two drivers aren't that relevant. And I just remember that the two drivers that qualified in the last places in the back row didn't set time. And now we are heading into the race, but before that we are seeing the pre-race strategy. Let's going to wait a little bit until we see the pre-race strategy. I'm not planning to change a lot, but what I'm planning to change is the fuel, which of course I'm going to lower it down to like 50 to 51 kilograms, maybe to, well, I decided to lower it down to 50.7, I think 50.8, 50.9 kilograms, and now we are about to begin the inaugural race of Speed Mex Racing here in Austria. The fire lights have turned on, and it's lights out, and away we go for the inaugural race. Decent start for us, and now into turn 1. I tried to not go, and I just lost my rear brakes, and I just went wide. That is not a good thing, and yeah, that is just a terrible start for me. We got down to 8th place, which is going to be back to B9, and yeah, we are being overtaken by ID4, and oh my goodness me, we made contact with the Alpine, and we're seeing that Greco overtook me around the outside, and yeah, the backhand driver was having a little bit of a snap of oversteer. Yeah, that was a not a good start for me. Into turn 1, I just let my rear brakes. I just braked too much, I think so. And now we are heading into turn 8, and we are seeing that the Alpine of Thirsty Killer has gone wide into a runoff area, and he's out of the race. The first retirement of the league's entire history is going for first killer in the Alpine at the first lap of the race. At least it wasn't into turn 1, and we are now into lap 2, down to P9. Not a good start, and to make things worse, the driver who is behind me is Marco La Paz, so that means that this can determine which Mercedes is faster. The good thing is that there isn't any team order, but I don't know if he's going way faster than me, and I should let him pass. And well, I don't know, but I'm going to stay as the Mercedes number 1 at least for a few more laps. But meanwhile, let's just maintain our race pace, and remember that we need to conserve our fuel. We're at like minus 0.4 laps of fuel, of under fuel. I don't know what to explain about it. I don't know how to explain it, but we're seeing that Jolton has set a lap time of a 106.9. Just now enabled, but unfortunately I don't have DRS because I'm more than a second behind Grico, the driver that is ahead of me. But on lap 5, I'm now just right behind Sunshine, and I'm having DRS, and now into turn 2, I'm heading into the inside to turn 3, and overtake him down the inside. Very easy overtake. I was now just right behind him in the last few corners. I had chances to overtake him into turn 1, but I decided to wait into turn 3 just to be safer. Well, unfortunately, I just got a snap of oversteer mid corner into turn 4, but now heading to the two left hand corners. It was left, not right. I could completely overtake Sunshine, but I'm in danger to lose the position once again and be re-overtaken by him on the next lap 6, because he is right on my gearbox. Not that close, but still close enough to make me pressurize and we're seeing that I'm making a train, a DRS train. Well, not a big train, but a little train. But he's going around the outside into turn 3. I tried to give him a little bit of space, but unfortunately he traction well, despite being on hard. I'm trying to re-overtake Sunshine down the inside into turn 4, and I'm going for it, but I decided to back off a little bit and not overtake him, because yeah, I just thought that it was way dangerous, and no, I decided to not risk for it. I did not want to go for it, because yeah, I could end up in a crash if I have braked way later, like a tenth or maybe half a tenth later, but brake late enough to not run wide. But still, I decided to not do it, and maybe wait until lap 7, which I have another chance to overtake Sunshine into turn 3, but unfortunately I just got a turbo exit into turn 1, which made the gap further and further, and well, despite having slim chances to overtake Sunshine into turn 3, but these slim chances were that I needed to dive bomb him, and I did not want to do that thing, so instead I decided to just be on his gearbox for a few corners until I have the certainty that I can overtake Sunshine. And now we are on lap 11, and we're still behind Sunshine in 9th place, and into turn 3. We're seeing that there is going to be some battle for 5th place, I think so, but unfortunately that ended because the very first safety car of the league has been deployed on lap 11. At least it wasn't on lap 1, but yeah, with that thing there is some strategy change. I decided to box for hard, but it was just because my engineer told me to box. It was a recommendation. I wasn't forced to box, but still I decided to take that recommendation, and we are boxing for hard, and maybe the other ones will box as well. We're seeing that Sunshine, I think he's going to box for, medium tires, and we're seeing that Sunshine almost crashed into the pit lane with other drivers. And now we are heading into the box, and we are changing our tires to the hard ones, and we're seeing that Sunshine has boxed for mediums. Because yeah, he was on hards before the safety car, so yeah, I'm sure that he had only one hard, and that only hard was the one which he was using. So yeah, he has completely run out of hard tires. We're still in 9th. Yeah, I think someone didn't box, because I was in 8th place for a brief moment in the pit lane right after I boxed. Maybe yeah, there is a driver that is yet to box, but I don't know. But yeah, let's do the things we always do in the safety car. So yeah, if you don't know, I don't know how, but here it is. It's just getting to the bumped up field, which I have done it. The next thing is heating up our tires until the safety car ends, and the other thing is wait until the safety car ends. Hope it doesn't last too much. And yeah, let's heat up our tires, or else we might get into relaunch with cold tires, and we don't want that thing to happen. So yeah, let's heat up our tires. But we had to do that process for 2 more laps. But now, on lap 14, at the end of this lap, we are ending the safety car and continuing to race on lap 15. We're crossing the line. It is green flag once again, and unfortunately, we're having a little bit of cold front tires, but it's going back to the optimal temperature. I'm not that safe with the 9th place, and into turn 3 we're seeing that, oh my goodness me, there was a Williams who went very wide, and oh my goodness me, I just crashed with Alan. Well, we just made contact, but still no major damage. But Marco, well, he just went too wide. Another safety car got deployed, but I'm going to talk about Marco, which yeah, he just dive bombed everyone down the inside into turn 3. I don't think he made it on purpose. I think he got past the braking zone and he just braked too late, and yeah, he did not want to crash with anybody, so yeah, he just went very wide. But yeah, I was the only one who needed to change my racing line because of him. And well, because he's on soft tires, he needed to box, and he's going to box. And yeah, we're back into 9th place. But yeah, that was a little bit of a scare for us. But still, let's just do the things we do in the safety cars. Getting into the punching up field, hit apart tires, and wait until the safety car ends. And now what I'm thinking, it is that, I don't know, maybe Marcos overtake to me was a little bit doubtingly legal. I don't know. He overtook me when he was in the track, then he ran wide, and he was all the time ahead of me. So yeah, that's why the game didn't consider it as illegal. But well, now let's now get back to the present day. Well, at that time, and let's wait until the safety car ends. Hope it isn't that long. But unfortunately, we needed to wait 2 more laps until the safety car ended. And now, beginning lap 19, we are back to racing, and we're seeing that Sunshine is the only one who is on mediums, at least the ones which is between 7th and 11th place. And we're seeing that Sunshine is trying to overtake the boss, I mean, and he is going around the outside into turn 3, but decided to go for a switchback, and Sunshine is going for it, and he is back into P7, of course, because he's on mediums, and the boss is on hard tires. And now we are into turn 4, and I'm planning to overtake out the boss, and we are into turn 5 on the left hand side, I mean the right hand side, and we are around the outside into turn 6. We overtook the boss before the virtual safety car got deployed, and we're seeing that Endam has retired from the race, which is the Haas, and that has been turned into a full course safety car. I decided to stay out, and yeah, I was a little bit pissed about the third safety car. It wasn't that necessary, I think so. And we are on lap 20, and we're seeing that my teammate decided to go for the pit lane and change the tires, and we're seeing that, oh my goodness me, I just overtook Sunshine. I think the AI of Sunshine was just behind the safety car very slow. I wasn't expecting that thing, that's why I overtook him accidentally. Well, at least I didn't crash with anybody, so yeah, I'm still in the race with no damages. So yeah, let's wait until the safety car, and before we wait, let's get into the punching up field, which is just yet to begin to punch up because the safety car is very alone. And yeah, after we get into the safety car and field gets punched up, let's heat up our tires as usual. So yeah, why am I saying that thing? But I don't know, but I'm going to stay saying that thing. But yeah, we need to wait until lap 22. to yeah to wait until the safety car ends, and with that we are going to begin racing once again. I forgot to mention that we are into 7th place, and we're seeing that Jordan is trying to overtake me, and he's trying to do that thing, but I don't know, maybe he'll try to do it into turn 3, and yeah, I'm doing those corners a little bit decently, and yeah, I hope I can be within the DRS range with Rodisbala, but Jordan is trying to overtake me into turn 3 down the inside, and he is doing that thing, and yeah, he's done it, and we are down to P8, but we're still in P7 because Jordan has a 3-second time penalty. But also we need to be careful speaking with the penalties, because on lap 9 into turn 1 I ran wide and exceeded the track limits. So yeah, I need to be careful with the track limits, because I have accumulated 2 warnings in this race because of the track limits, and if I accumulated 1 more because of the penalties, yeah, I'll have a 3-second time penalty. So yeah, I need to be careful, more careful with those corners, because yeah, if you do a little bit with too much speed, you might go wide, and yeah, you might possibly get another warning. And Alken Ruperto got a fastest lap of the race, that one. And yeah, we are very behind Jolton, and we're seeing that the gap between Jolton and myself is now a second. So yeah, he's going really fast, and yeah, I hope I can overtake him, but yeah, I don't know, maybe he's going really fast, and we're seeing that Vertex 7 is having another 3-second time penalty, and the gap between myself and Vertex 7 is less than 3 seconds, so that means that I might get up into P6, the same place where I started, but I don't know, maybe I need to be fast to maintain that gap. So yeah, let's do that thing, and hope we can do that thing. So yeah, let's do that thing. But we need to pay attention with the driver behind us, which is Alan, and he is 3/10 behind me, and into turn 1 I decided to brake a little bit late, but yeah, I think I almost ran wide. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit pressurized with him. I decided to brake late into turn 3 in order to not brake that early, and I decided to do that thing, but unfortunately I just locked my rear brakes, and that is just, oh boy. Yeah, that was just terrible. Yeah, with that rear block, yeah, that dropped us down to P9, and yeah, that was just a terrible rear lock, and I think we lost like 3 seconds. We lost 3 seconds with that mistake. So yeah, that can cost us actually 3 places, and we're seeing that Alan has spawned into turn 8, and we are back into P8 physically, but unfortunately we are still in P8, even though with the penalties are getting applied, because we are outside of the gap that needs to be in order to get up places by the penalties of the other drivers. So yeah, yeah, that is just a terrible thing, but at least we have some things to recover, and now we are braking a little bit earlier, and the virtual safety car got deployed because Kiriko has gone into a little incident that pulled a lot of debris on the track, and yeah, we're seeing that there is a 910 for Williams, and yeah, hope we do a decent virtual safety car relaunch. But yeah, after that lap 25 incident with the brakes, that made me lose confidence. I don't know where will I brake in the place where I am confident. I don't know, maybe I'm braking too early, I don't know, but hope we don't do that same mistake once again. We're seeing that Rico and Jolton are boxing. So yeah, I think they both got into an incident, and that made us get into P6, and the virtual safety car is ending, and oh my goodness me, we are being rear-ended by Mark. I think, I felt very bad for him because I think I just break, I just break too sudden. That made me afraid that I'll get a post-race penalty, but we're seeing that Mark got a drive-through penalty, so maybe he was just way faster than the old time. So yeah, I think I might be safe because of it. And yeah, I think that incident shouldn't happen because Mark was just way too fast in the virtual safety car. And we're seeing that Rodisbala got a I think Rodisbala had already gotten a 3-second time penalty, and the driver that was in 4th place got up into 3rd place. I don't know, but maybe he recently got that penalty. I don't know, but the thing is that we're still in P6 because the gap between Vertex 7 and myself is 5.3 seconds, and he has a 3-second time penalty. So if he gets another 3-second time penalty, I might get up into 5th place as long as I maintain that gap. But now it is becoming a race to just cross the line and finish the race in that position, or maybe into 5th place. I just want to get 5th place, and I want to do it. So I decided to go fast, but still I'm just getting a little bit afraid because I don't want to commit mistakes, and yeah, I'm just having my nerves a bit higher than I should have in the normal circumstances. But yeah, it's going to be a tense situation, and yeah, also I need to be careful with the track limits, because if I exceed track limit one more time and I get another warning, I'll get a 3-second time penalty because I have accumulated 2 more. So yeah, I need to be careful and hope I do those 2 conditions for then. Oh my goodness me, I just got a snap of oversteer exiting turn 1, and we're seeing that Jolton got another fastest lap of the race. I think, yeah, he's into 3rd place, and yeah, I hope I can maintain that 6th place physically and maybe get up a place, but I don't know if it's going to happen. And yeah, for now, no driver behind me is planning to overtake me. I just did a little mistake into turn 4, but also I did another mistake into turn 6. So yeah, I'm starting to get way more pressurized by that thing, and to make things worse, the gap between Vertex 7 and myself is now more than 6 seconds, so that means that if he gets a second time penalty, 6 seconds of penalties accumulated. But yeah, I just got a little bit tense because I exceeded the track limits once again, but the good thing is that I did not get another warning, so yeah, I was pretty, I don't know what to say. It was getting a little bit tense, and yeah, I wasn't knowing what to say. Although I don't know, maybe I know how to say it in Spanish, but I don't know how to say it in English. So yeah, that's skill issue for me. But now we are into lap 30, and well, hope I can pull the gap less than 6 seconds. So if he gets another 3-second time penalty, he gets down to P6 and I get up into P5, but I don't know if it's going to happen because the gap is back to 6 seconds. So yeah, Vertex 7 and myself are having the same pace, so yeah, I need to pick up the pace and be less than 6 seconds behind Vertex 7 if I want to get up into P5. But 3 laps to go. We're seeing that the driver who is behind me is Jordan, who is less than a second behind me, but he is on soft tires, so yeah, he has been getting up a few places, and he has the fastest lap of the race, so that means that my 6th place is in danger. And we're seeing that Vertex 7 still has 3 seconds of penalties accumulated, and Jolton is about to overtake me in the next few corners, and it is going to happen anytime now, unless I defend like God. But I don't know if it's going to happen. I deploy much of my ERS now into lap 35, and we are heading into turn 1, and we are heading to that corner pretty decently until I touch the sausage curve, and we're seeing that Jolton is trying to overtake me into the left hand side, and he is doing that thing, and he is going around the outside into turn 3, and I just lost a little bit of my rear grip, and we are still into 6th place. That is just a miracle. But unfortunately, he'll do that thing into turn 4, and he's going, and he's doing down the inside into turn 4, and he pushed me wide, and yeah, that is how I dropped down to P7, and yeah, that made me, that made me do the work to be less than 6 seconds behind Verdict 7 harder, because now I am 6 seconds. I was like 5.7, but now I am 5.9 seconds behind Verdict 7, and he has a 6 second time penalty now, and we are into the final lap of the race with Verdict 7 having 6 seconds of penalties accumulated. I forgot to mention that Mark is out of the race. He's retiring the format, and we are now 13 runners, and so that means that we can get up into P5 by the penalties. Jordan has a 3 second time penalty despite he overtook me, but he needs to be more than 3 seconds ahead of me, but I don't know, maybe his soft tires got worn out, but unfortunately I just made a mistake into turn 4, but at least Predict 7 is now just 5.2 seconds ahead of me, so that means that he'll drop down to P7. Well, I think he's just into P6, and Jolton down to P7, and I'll get into P5 if things get like that with the same gap. Heading to finish line, and we are heading into the finish line to cross the line in P7 on track, but it gets converted into P5 because Predict 7 and Jolton's penalties. And yeah, with that we get 10 points on the championship. Fred Tapia wins the inaugural race of Speed Mex Racing. Good job, Fred Tapia, but yeah, he's a Sky driver, and I am a T-Char driver, and to make things worse, yeah, we got, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, we got a little bit ashamed because we got beaten by a Sky driver. So yeah, my THR teammates decided to ashame us with that thing that Fred Tapia beat us. Well, hope we can beat him in the next race, which I think it is Spa, the next race, I don't know, but it's a double podium for Ferrari. Angel Roberto finishes second, followed by Rodriguez Bala in third, both of them being Ferrari, and that was why Ferrari got the double podium. And we are seeing the race results. I think in fourth place was Topito. Let us see. It is going to be a few seconds until we see the race results. And yes, it is P4 for Topito. We're seeing that Rosbala and Topito both had penalties, and Fertapia and Angel Ruperto didn't have any penalties. Myself finished 5th. I didn't have any penalties. Predict 7 and Jordan, despite finishing 5th and 6th respectively, they got demoted to 6th and 7th because of their penalties. Marco Elapaz, my teammate, finished 8th place. Good job for my teammate. Yeah, that is a good thing. Chala finished 9th, Android in 10th, Cludat in 11th, Adaway the Boss in 12th, and Bernie in 13th, who finished last place. So yeah, That was the race results. The other drivers retired from the race. The last being Mark, who got terrible luck. Poor him, he did not deserve that bad luck. With that, we finished the inaugural race of Speed Mex Racing. Hope I get better with the rides going, and we are ending this video. Hope you have enjoyed that, and see you guys in the next race. Good luck, guys, with your things. Goodbye.